In today's training, you're going to learn how to speak from your heart. So what most people are doing is that they'll have like an idea in their head and start speaking from their head. And when you start speaking from your heart in the world, more resonance comes through, more joy comes through, more connection comes through. But the challenge is that if you're communicating from your head in the world, it can often cause a lot of problems, because rather than following the guidance within you, you start speaking about what you think you should be speaking about, and it cuts you off from the essence of who you are. It cuts you off from the core of who you are, and then people don't really connect with the essence of who you are, because you're coming from a headspace in the words that you speak. And there's a definite easy practice, an easy technique that you can use to speak from your heart and to resonate from your heart. And it was probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and I was facilitating a workshop, and usually about speaking from the heart. And usually I have both men and women come to my workshops, but this workshop was especially for men. So there's about 15, 20 men like in this circle, and we went around at the start and we had a check-in, okay, where people are at. And there was one guy there, and all he wanted to do was speak from his heart. And he's like, yeah, the big challenge that I have is that I don't feel connected with people, okay? It's almost like there's this distance between myself and other people. And he wanted to have a breakthrough in that. And another guy was talking about connection. Like it felt like for him that whenever he spoke, it's like he tried to say the right thing, and he didn't know how to actually communicate with other people, because he was stuck in his head and he was like trying to get the right words to say, rather than just coming from what he felt was the truth, you know. So I went for about 2 hours, this workshop, and when it came time to show people this technique of how to be in the heart and then speak from the heart, the first guy who felt like he just couldn't communicate with people, couldn't have that level of connection with people, when he was speaking from his heart, they were in groups, and he was with another man looking through into the guy's eyes, down into his heart, coming from his heart. I noticed these tears were like coming down his face, and I didn't quite know what that was about at the time until he shared later. And the other guy who was having problems like connecting with people, at the end of this heart talking exercise, it was so beautiful. He ended up actually hugging the guy that his partner, the guy that he was sharing with, and it was just so beautiful. And when we went around the circle, the first guy who was like crying, it was so moving, and he said, "Yeah, look, for the first time, I've actually connected with another human being." And he shared how coming from his essence, coming from his core, like allowed that connection, that facilitation to happen, you know. And a few guys got a bit moved by that, and went around the circle, and we got to the other guy that had problems like connecting, and he's like, he was speechless to start with. It's like, this has revolutionized the way that I relate to people. And he said, what happened is that I wasn't thinking what I was going to say. You know, that would have just got in the way. And when I started speaking from my heart to the other man, I was just myself. We were laughing. And there was just such a strong connection when I learnt this technique to be able to speak from my heart. And it's such a beautiful thing, and it's my wish for the whole entire planet to be in their heart, coming from their heart, following their heart, as well as speaking from their heart in the world. And if that's something that inspires you, if you've got a block around communication, if you've got a block around connecting with other people. If you've got a block about speaking your truth, then book a call and we can shift that. Just book a date and a time, fill out a short questionnaire. It'll take like 2-3 minutes, and we'll get on a call and see how we can shift this. And if you're also stuck finding the right words to say, like you have to plan everything, like if you go and meet a friend and you pre-plan everything you're going to say, it's going to block you off from that person, from true connection. And if you're in your head when you communicate and you're using all of these big words and you're trying to make an impression, and you've got these like intentions around like what you're going to say, and you're trying all of these different communication techniques, you know, and you're sick of it and you just want to be yourself, then you need to learn this technique of how to speak from your heart in the world. And the only way to do that is to learn a very simple technique of learning how to communicate from your heart. And that's why I'd love you to book a call. So if you're sitting on the fence and you haven't applied for your call yet, then do it. Like if you sit on the fence, it's the hardest place to be. It's like, oh, do I do it? Do I not do it? Whereas if you decide one way or the other, look, this doesn't interest me, then you can like leave it, and then you can move on, right? Or if it's like, yeah, I want to do this, but I'm scared, just take that leap of faith. Like it doesn't cost you anything. It's a free call. And in that call, it's 45 minutes. And we'll get to shift this from you so that you can start communicating from your heart in the world. And you're going to find that you'll connect at a much deeper level with the people in your life that you love. You're going to connect at a deeper level with the people that you come in contact with. And you're also going to connect at a deeper level with the essence of who you are, and allow that to come out into the world so that you can align your inner and outer world. So go ahead and book a call. Just click somewhere on this page, pick a date and a time. You know, it's like 4 or 5 questions. And on the other side of this, you'll have freedom around your communication. So if that's what you'd like to do, book a call today, and I look forward to talking with you soon.